So at Sentio University, we focus on experiential training, which is the kind of training that research has shown is most effective at developing therapist skills.
What's special about Sentio University is the rigorous integration of different methods of training, where you get to learn not only through reading and lectures and didactical learning methods, but also experiential skill-building ways in which you can get the skills that you need to be a good therapist in your bones.
So from day one, every student is going through what's called deliberate practice. Half of every class is focused on this method of learning, where they're given specific tasks, specific skills that we've identified as being the most important to becoming an effective therapist. And the students are going to be practicing these skills and getting feedback from their professors, from TAs, even from their peers.
So learning from deliberate practice can be intimidating at first because there's lots of observation from an expert, from a trainer, from a supervisor. It can also be really fun because we get to improvise and try out different ways that we can authentically meet different skill criteria.
My favorite thing about learning using deliberate practice is how clear it is. Because it's so step-by-step, because you're learning one micro skill and then another micro skill and then another micro skill, you really have such a clarity in your process.
What it's like to learn deliberate practice is very similar to learning any other skill, be it a sport, an instrument, any sort of hobby. We all start as beginners, so it is breaking down the overall mastery into very small, digestible, concrete pieces.
Learning using deliberate practice is really different from any other form of learning I've ever encountered. The difference is, instead of just sort of sitting in a lecture, you actually get to get in there and try it right away. And you get real-time feedback about how you're doing.
So somebody who is willing to be active, who is engaged, who is willing to kind of be vulnerable and practice and get constructive feedback. Students who thrive in those environments would do really well at Sentio.